SDRC in the shop. We've got a new part for the Promoto from VITAVON to do a review on here. So it's the anti-skid bars. I think that's what they call them. Anti-scratch bar from VITAVON for the LOSI Promoto. So here's what you get in the package. You get the 2 anti-skid bars, their mounts. You get 2 extra bars because they're plastic or a nylon of some type, and they will wear out over time. You can cut them and shorten them. And this piece here is, it's a part that goes in your crash structure at the front. And this piece here is a standoff. It's for the pivot point of the crash structure, which is right there. You can see where that top screw is on the mount there in center screen. That is where that tube goes through. You take out the stock one from your bike and you replace it with this one. And this one is threaded on both sides. So you can put the screws in for both sides to hold the mounts on for the anti-scratch bars. So here, I'm going to show you what it looks like installed on the bike here, because I've already put them on my bike. I might turn this light down 1 second here. Actually, that's pretty good. So you can see them installed there on the bike. I have shortened them. They are a little bit longer when they're stock. The stock length is longer. I shortened them by about 1.5 inches. So if you want them like mine, shorten them about 1.5 inches, and that'll give you that. And that, I found that was pretty good for the flexibility and stuff like that. So, okay, 1 second. I'm going to put this camera down and we'll flip the bike around so you can see the other side, how they mount to the bike. These are the original bars here, the bars that go mounted on the side of the bike with the wheels on them. Those keep you from falling over when you're getting into the corner, your bike drops over. They usually mount right to there. And so those are gone now. And I will give you the weights for these versus the new the new bars, the anti-skid bars. I'll give you the weights. I'll put them on the screen here in a second, and you can check that out. Here's what it looks like for the mount. I only took off the side number plate there, and you can see the mount right there, center screen, and it comes down, and there's where the bar comes in and mounts into there. The screws for the bar are on the back side. 1 second. Are on the back side right there. You can see them right there. It's a M3 screw, countersunk, goes into the bar there. And you can just, if you cut your bars, what I did is I just cut the bar, inserted it back into there, and drilled right through the end there. Drilled right through the end into the bar, about, 1/4 inch or, just over 1/4 inch. Something like that anyway. And that should get you long enough for that. With this piece here, the screws that come in it, I noticed were a bit long. And so I would recommend you put some shorter screws than the ones that came with it. Because these holes in this tube here, the standoff, are only drilled out so far and tapped so far. And these screws, if they go in all the way, you'll start to strip the end of the screw threads. So just a word to the wise, replace those screws, the ones that come here in it, replace those with shorter screws on your bike. That's what I did just for this top one here. The bottom one was fine. You can use the screw that was in your bike or replace it with another one, actually, because I think this was a countersunk screw. So you'll want to replace it with a button head or something like that, because these holes here aren't countersunk. But you can countersink them yourself if you'd like a countersunk bolt. And what do I think of them? I think they're nice. Here, 1 second. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to lean the bike on its side so you can see what it looks like when it's leaned over. All right, here's what it looks like with my bike leaned onto them. And you got to remember, I cut 1.5 inches off of mine. So my bike's going to lean over more than your bike would if you left it like that stock. So I'll try and get the light down here for a better view. As you can see, my sprocket, I'll try and get a better view if I can, but it's hard to get on the view of that. Anyway, the sprocket is not touching The axle nut is not touching. The chain guard is touching the corner of it. The rider's toe is touching the corner of it. And my front caliper is not touching. So leaving it longer, how they come stock, leaving the 1.5 inches on there and not cutting it down like I have, would probably make it so none of those parts were dragging or touching. These bars, they do flex a bit. So that, you can see mine, they're flexed, right? You can see them flexed out a bit. So over time, they're going to bend up too. You can also go to like a plastic shop and find a different kind of material, same size gauge, but different materials, and get longer hoops, or longer, rods, and make them bigger and longer hoops there, and they will keep the bike standing up more vertically, if you want that, right? So alright, as you can see, they look really great on the bike there. They're almost invisible when you pan back at a certain angle. Like, look at that. Gone. Well, pretty much gone. You barely see them at all. I love it. Same thing from the front. There's not much to see there. It's just a thin bar, right? Like I said, you could probably get stronger material, or you can make your own out of, you could use some wire or whatever you wanted. But the mounts are good. They're made out of 70-75 aluminum. I'll give you another shot there, that one. That's how it's mounted there. Actually, when you look at VITAVON, I think on how they advertise them mounted the other way, so that this hook here, or this indentation, is at the back, which would make your hoop come forward more. I'm not sure. I think this way would be better for myself, and it looks better and cleaner, so that the bump here isn't sticking out here. I like how it looks here, nice and clean. Anyway, it's up to you. It'll mount either way. Remember to use a shorter screw here and do whatever you need here, countersunk it, or use a cap head or a button head. Also at the back here, like I said, you can't see it now. I already put the side plate back on, but the mount goes here, up into here, mounts 2 places. And I will show you again. Here's the mounts. One quick more glimpse of those before we go. Oh, maybe I'm just arranged them here on the deck. All right, there we go. There they are. Beautiful pieces. Nice and shiny, beautifully machined. 70-75 aluminum. Both of them say VITAVON machined into them, so you know they're made by the legendary VITAVON. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Just wanted to show you what my bike's looking like in the shop tonight. That one more nice piece. And the reason I got 2 of them is because, as you guys have probably been hearing me say, I have a project bike going right here that I'll be building soon on the channel. I've got lots of parts sitting here waiting for it to go onto it. Just waiting for it to get the time. So stay tuned for that. And remember to throw me a thumbs up if you liked the video and you got something from that. I appreciate it. Throw me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you can. That'd be great too. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Screaming Demons RC. SDRC. We're out.